I want to try something that might sound a little strange, and you may think it's kind of contradicting all the work that we've done so far, but just hang in there with me, okay? I want each of you to talk about a memory that you have with your dad that maybe isn't the most pleasant. It doesn't have to be terrible or horrific or re traumatizing, but just something that you're finding hard to overlook.
Well, I'm finding it particularly hard to overlook something that happened about 5 years ago. I was visiting my parents when Beth came home from school, very excited to share some good news. And she was selected to be in the National Honor Society at school. And Dad was supposed to be home to have dinner with all of us, but he didn't return home from work until after midnight. And Beth was so excited to share her news. And I was hoping to be able to visit with him for a bit before heading back to my place. And by the time he finally arrived, he was so tired when Beth shared her news that he barely reacted. He was like, "That's wonderful, honey." And then he came over to me and said, "It's good to see you, sweetheart, but I'm exhausted and need some sleep. Come visit me again sometime, okay?" And then he just proceeded to go to bed. And I'll just never forget how Beth's tears welled up. She was so hurt.
Yeah. And I guess a memory that I could share of an unpleasant time is him forgetting my birthday one year. He didn't wish me a happy birthday in the morning like he normally did. And I know that you, Mary, were the one that set up the balloons and the cake when I got home from school. And I think it surprised Dad that there were these things in the living room. I think he just completely forgot. So he finally wished me a happy birthday when he saw those things. But I know, Mary, you set those up. And I know this sounds like a pretty small event, but it still really sucked.
I guess I'll share mine. So dad came to one of my softball games one time. He came with mom and the girls. I remember looking in the stands for him between every pitch, between every inning, and I hit a 3-run home run. And while I was rounding the bases, like I just remember looking out to see where he was, and he was off in the corner on his phone. I don't know, I'm assuming like he was talking to his business partner or something, but yeah, that was the only game of mine he ever went to, and it was also my only home run ever.
Mary Beth and Jean, thank you for sharing those memories. I imagine that those memories are pretty hard to talk about. How was that experience for you, not only to share, but to hear your sister's memories about your dad?
Mary, I didn't realize you noticed that about Dad being tired and not even reacting to my National Honor Society accomplishment. That was one of the times I felt like he was there, but he wasn't really there. It really hurt me, and I thought it didn't mean anything to him. So I'm just surprised you noticed too.
I'm finding it like really hard to hear and powerful to hear like what you've been through, and that dad has dismissed some of your feelings and forgotten your birthday. I mean, I've forgotten your birthday too, but that's dad.
Well, after hearing your memories and hearing the reactions, is there anything that you noticed or would like to talk about with each other?
I guess we all have had our share of disappointments with his parenting style. I guess I never knew that you both were sharing similar experiences.
Thank you for sharing that, Mary. That was really insightful. What about you, Jean, Beth, anything?
I think it just shows that we've all kind of experienced the same thing, but in different ways, and little things that wouldn't necessarily bother me bothered you.
Beth, I feel like I need to say this. I was so jealous of you for making the honor society. And I know I should have told you this sooner, but that same night that happened where you made it and then dad was just too tired, I went into mom and dad's room because I was having night terrors again. And while I was half asleep and laying in between mom and dad, I did hear dad say to mom, "Mary never stops making me proud."